everybody! So recently I decided that I wanted to create my very first illustrated zine. If you've never heard of a zine before, it is basically a self-published book. You could really add any type of media that you want to, whether it be photography, illustration, spoken word, and the subjects could range from literally any category, and that's kind of what makes the whole experience of creating one so fun. So if you know me, you know that I love to experiment with art and create new things and try new projects, so I am very excited to see kind of what comes into fruition throughout this creative process. If you are curious, stick around and I'll show you the step-by-step process from start to finish how I created my very first zine. First, I'm starting my rough sketch with a standard 8.5 by 11 inch sheet of paper, and I'm using a ruler to create a perpendicular line that goes through the center of my paper. Next, I'm measuring 3 evenly spaced lines on both sides of the paper. When I connect these lines, it will create 8 evenly spaced sections. Each box will represent a different page of your 8-page layout. Starting on one side of the sheet of paper, we label from left to right page 1, page 2, page 3, and page 4. On the other side of the sheet of paper, we label from left to right page 5, page 6, the back, and the front of your zine. Now I'm going to work on illustrating. When you are creating your pages, you want to make sure that the top of your page meets the perpendicular line that was drawn to divide your paper, and that the bottom of your page meets the edge of the paper on both sides. If your project deals with only digital art, photography, or a written booklet, you may choose to skip a physical rough draft altogether. Or you may just want to make everything by hand and then photocopy your work. Either method can work, just based on your preference and your personal style. I like to pre-illustrate on paper before going into Procreate. If you're feeling extra ambitious, a 16-page layout can also be created. Templates for 16-page zines can be found online. I just finished my template and now I'm taking pictures to archive each page to my iPad. And yes, I did accidentally draw page 5 upside down, whoopsies. I'll crop each sketch so I can illustrate them individually in Procreate. Now it's time to illustrate each page digitally. While I was here, I also decided to change the name of the zine from See You Again to See You Soon. After some time to think about it, the name just felt fitting. The idea behind the zine was to convey the feeling that arises when you meet someone for the first time but they feel familiar, as though you've met them before or have known them your whole life. Whether this feeling is intuition, déjà vu, or just relating to a past life, it's something I've experienced on multiple occasions. Whenever this happens, I know that I will form a close, meaningful bond with them, and the intuition is always spot on. This connection can spark firm friendships, romantic relationships, even your pet companions. On some level, I feel like this is something many of us can relate to. When you just know your soul was meant to find another soul, and right when you meet them, you have a moment that feels at home. A moment of, oh, there you are, I found you. I think these instant soul connections are so sweet and special, and I wanted to create something that honors them. If you've ever felt this way before, I would love to hear your stories in the comments. More and more, I'm realizing what a universal experience this is. These beings that we fuse with so effortlessly, and we're fortunate when we find them. So I couldn't resist printing out a small version of my booklet here at home with my printer. I am going to get the final version professionally printed through a company. I did put in a lot of time and attention to detail in, so I just want to make sure all of the colors are vibrant and that all of the details shine through in the printing. I'm going to find a company that I like to go ahead and print this through. So this is just a fun little thing to be able to flip through to see all of those digital illustrations translated physically. So here it got a little cut off at the bottom, but you can see everything just kind of presented together in a physical form. Yeah, and then all my info on the back here. But I'm really loving how this turned out. I think everything is exactly where I want it to be. I think the colors complement each other really well. So overall, I'm very happy with the final product. I did assemble this at home, and you can see that I did the 8-page template. I printed everything on one side, and then the back side of the cardstock just had the plain white background. You can see in between your pages here that it is going to be a blank space, which is fine if you want to create your zine that way. That's kind of like the DIY at-home method that you can do. I guess you could technically like glue your pages inside here so that way you don't see the gaps of white. So when I get these printed through a second party, the white space won't be here. I'm pretty sure they will probably do some of the assembly for me, which includes the binding. My binding will just be with simple staples. I'm going to look around and see what I can find. I definitely want the quality to shine through, and I want the color palettes to be bright. I am going to see what I can find online. Hopefully I can find a company that specializes in printing zines and get these ordered, and I'm very excited about it. Hey everybody, so look what just arrived on my doorstep this morning. This contains 50 of my zines that I just had professionally printed, and I am super excited to unbox them with you guys. This is my first time printing through this company. So they assemble them for you, they staple them, which I thought was really convenient, and also just looking at all of their products on their website. Their printing looked excellent, their colors looked vibrant, and I just thought they looked like a really good option. You can choose between a glossy or a matte finish, and I went ahead and chose the matte finish. And I got them printed a little bit larger than the ones that I had printed before, just so you could see the detail pop a little bit more. Let's go ahead and open this up and see what is inside. So here is what the zine looks like. This is the front cover, this is the back cover. I am so happy with the quality of these. I'm so glad that I got these professionally printed, because the detail work in this is just really similar to how all of the colors and details were on the iPad. And the printing is just so true to the original artwork. I'm just ecstatic about how these came out. So we're gonna go ahead and open these and flip through them and see what they look like on the inside. I'm gonna read the pages to you while I flip through this. So, your hello was a doorway leading to another lifetime. When we met, it was like reuniting with an old friend. I knew all of this love was larger than this single existence. When I look at you, I know I was meant to find you and love you like I have many lives before. And then on the back, it just has some of my social media information. Overall, I'm just really happy how this whole project turned out. I think in totality, I spent about 6 months on this project. This did feel like a big project to embark on, but I'm feeling really happy with myself for sticking through with it to the end, because when I flip through this and read it and just look at all of the detail work, I know that I created something that was really personal as far as sharing something deeper inside of myself through creativity. And I'm really excited to share this with people. I think it's something that people can resonate with when they read it and when they see it. And it just feels really good to be able to share a part of myself creatively with the world. All right, my loves, it has been so much fun making this video. I appreciate you sticking around to the end. Hopefully you found a little bit of inspiration here, and maybe you are thinking about creating a zine for yourself. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And I just had so much fun throughout this project. I could not recommend this process enough. So if you are thinking about creating your own zine booklet, please do. I guarantee you'll have such a good time doing that. And until then, I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.